How's it going, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the AFC Wimbledon Road to Glory Career Mode. And this will be episode number 88 of this series, I do believe, and it will also be Season 6, Episode 3. And before we do get into anything, I just want to thank you guys for all the support you gave on the last episode. If we can try and get over 70 likes on this episode, that would be greatly appreciated. Although this career mode is coming to a close very soon, it's been a really good journey, and I do appreciate all of the support that you guys have given on all the episodes of this series. I do plan on doing another Road to Glory career mode next year, and if you guys have any team suggestions, do let me know in the comments down below. The aim of this episode is to try and play all three of these games here, maybe the Manchester United game as well, but we'll have to wait and see how things go. It seems quite funny, we've got all of our Premier League fixtures on a Saturday here. Usually they're a lot more spread out, or in some cases there's 2 games in 2 days. I've had that before and it's been very frustrating. And this will be the team that we're going with for this game against Crystal Palace. It is going to be our strongest lineup for this game because I do want to get a win against Crystal Palace. It's the first game of the season in the Premier League, and I think this one is going to be a big test as to how our season's going to pan out. I will be interested to take a little look at the Crystal Palace lineup because they've got some interesting players in there. Not really the best defensive lineup, but attacking wise, they've got some really good talent. They've got Tyson, Islam Slimani, who's been linked to West Brom, and they've got some other really good players in there, such as Balassi, Zaha, who will be very good at this stage of career mode. Let's forward here to Islam Slimani, who's onside and in a good position, but it's a great save there by Sears. And luckily we're just about going to clear that one away, but that's a real bit of danger there from Crystal Palace. Let's forward once again up here to Strandberg. We'll play it out wide. Here to Villalba going for a shot, and it's a great save by McCarthy. It's going to be Draxler doing well to avoid the challenge, and we'll play it again. It's a brilliant ball to split the defence, and really not a good cross in, but it is a good cross because it somehow finds Draxler, who puts it into the back of the net. Despite the fact that that was one of the worst crosses that I've ever seen, I was trying to aim it for Solanke, making a run into the box. It somehow falls to Draxler, and it's actually a very good cross. He chests it down, and it's the deflection that does take it past McCarthy. Oh, we've lost out in a poor position. It's Slimani with the shot, and a great save by Sears again. He's kept us in the game twice after Slimani had his second shot on goal. And we do go into the second half with a 1-0 lead thanks to a really good Julian Draxler goal. A little bit lucky on the finish, but I don't really care because it's a 1-0 lead regardless. And to Strandberg. Up here to Villalba, taking it round the defender and having a shot. And he does end up making it 2-0 in this game. Now it's up here to Strandberg, playing it forward again. And it's a great ball up here to Draxler, who's going to try and play it again. And it's really poor defending. And Strandberg pounces on that mistake and makes it 3-0. It's all going wrong for Crystal Palace now. It's a simple ball forward for Draxler. The defender got a little bit unlucky there, trying to intercept. And McCarthy is left stranded. And they played it forward to Islam Slimani, getting the cross in. And wow, Joe Sears just about dealt with that one. And they've done well there to get past me. And Vestergaard is not going to be catching up, but it's a brilliant interception. It falls back to the player though. And again, Vestergaard makes a brilliant block to stop that shot. It's played forward up here to Maitland-Niles, playing it forward again for Adam Armstrong, who will cut inside and play it, and we'll play it once more. Up here to Will Davis, and he can't get his goal on a Premier League debut, but we end up scoring to make it 4-0. And that's really poor goalkeeping there by McCarthy, but Villalba gets his second in the game. It's now a brace for the Argentine, and it's a shame that Will Davis couldn't get his first goal in the Premier League and in a Wimbledon shirt. But that is just really poor goalkeeping and defending, as Villalba's just able to pick up the rebound and score. What an absolute domination that was of Crystal Palace. We end up beating them 4-0 away from home. And on our first Premier League game of the season is Villalba, who gets a double, and a couple of other players getting on the score sheet as well. Lorient tried to go for Jordan Obita last season, and they're going to try for him again. But this isn't a deal that I want to go forward with, because he is a very good first choice left back to have in the squad. We do have a transfer offer though for Tommy Hoban from West Ham, and I think I will just go ahead and accept this one because it is a very good deal. It might be under his valuation, but at this point it doesn't really matter because I've transfer listed him anyway. So it's going to be bye-bye to Tommy Hoban. He really didn't make an impact, and I thought he would be better when we did sign him. And straight away, a day later, Tommy Hoban has completed his move to West Ham for 3.4 million. An offer's come in for James Maddison from Southampton, and I think I'm going to counter this one to his valuation because I want to at least get the money back I paid for him. Once again, Lionel Messi has declined his contract, so once again, we're going to have to keep offering him deals until he does eventually accept it. We do have an offer for WE Samuel as well, another player that I've transfer listed, and he will be leaving on a permanent transfer to Carlisle. And it looks like James Maddison will be moving to Southampton as well for £9.5 million. Once again, Messi has declined his contract, so once again, we're going to have to offer him another deal. If this doesn't go through, I'm going to be pretty disappointed, but we've just got to keep trying. Since we do have James Maddison leaving the club for Southampton for £9.5 million, I thought I would try and go in for a new backup central attacking midfielder, and I think trying to get Ravel Morrison would be a good deal. I really like the look of this guy, and I think he would be a very good backup. He does have 4-star skills and 4-star weak foot, and I think he would be a perfect addition if we can sign him. Just in case that deal doesn't go through, I will go ahead and make an offer as well for Gylfi Sigurdsson. He would be a really clutch player to bring off the bench, and he does have good goal threat as well, so I will make an offer of £10 million to Swansea. Since we will be playing the Chelsea game, I will be simming only one game in this transfer window, and that's going to be this one against Aston Villa. I do have a habit for simming in my other career mode series, the Regen Career Mode, but I'm not going to be doing that too much this season. Certainly not as much as the Regen Career Mode anyway. I'm only going to be simming this one game, and that's because I want to see if we can get the Messi deal to go through. And we will go ahead and skip this one, and we end up drawing the game 2-2, which is a bit disappointing, but Draxler and Solanke do end up scoring. We will also have a bit of player training as well, and hopefully some growth from this session. And Daniel Bentley, our backup goalkeeper, has gone up to a 79. So we do have a transfer offer accepted and one unacceptable for a couple of players we're going in for. Firstly, let's take a little look at the good news. We do have an offer accepted for Gylfi Sigurdsson. I will go ahead and offer him a 2-year contract, 45 grand a week, and hopefully he does accept it. With regards to Ravel Morrison though, I would prefer to get him over Gylfi Sigurdsson. Even though he's probably the more expensive out of the two, I think he would be a good player to get as backup. We do have an offer from Sunderland for Matty Grimes, but I am going to be counter-offering this one £4 million. We do have an offer for Dion Clark from Wolverhampton Wanderers, and I will go ahead and accept this one, and he's going to be another player that's leaving the club. And Sunderland are willing to go as high as £2.8 million for Matty Grimes. I will counter-offer this one to £3.2 million. He just won't be playing that many games whatsoever unless someone gets injured or someone gets suspended. Then he might make the bench, but nothing more than that. Since we're going to have to spend a bit more money on getting Messi into the club by spending a bit more on his wages, I thought I would request some funds from the board. I'm going to go ahead and request 8 million, and hopefully they do go ahead and accept this one. But we do now have the next game of the episode, and this one will be up against Chelsea. And we are making 3 changes to the first team lineup for this game. We're bringing Jordan Obita back into the left back position, and since Eric Horgan is suspended, we will be playing John Souttar in his place. And after a City served his suspension, we will be playing him in this game, alongside Platt in the CDM position. Hector Villalba has now scored 3 goals in his last 3 games, and although it looks like he will be leaving the club, he's done very well over the past couple of seasons. He got a brace in the last game, and hopefully he can make an impact in this game against Chelsea. And looking at their lineup, they've got quite an interesting one, to be honest. It looks like they've promoted quite a few of their youth players to the first team, with Lucas Piazon, Kennedy up front, and a few other players as well. We do end up intercepting very well there, and we'll play this forward once again. And we do have the pace there to beat the defender, and it's going to be Drogba's regen with the shot. And he does end up scoring the first goal of the game with a nice outside of the foot shot. And he's done well to get the cross into the middle, and it's a good header, and Chelsea have already equalised in the game, and I believe that's Kennedy getting the goal. We weren't in the lead long in this game, and already Carles Hill making an impact on that right mid position, getting a really good cross into the middle. Joe Sears should have done better with the header, but I don't know, it was straight at him. Maybe he should have saved it. And it is now Carles Hill again getting the cross in, and it's an own goal. What is going on? We've just completely capitulated in the space of, I don't even know, 10 minutes or so. We've just let in 2 really sloppy goals, and it's just really not good enough. This one in particular is just not good enough from John Souttar. He was bundled into the ball by the on-rushing striker, but it's an own goal regardless, and that's not what I want to be seeing. And Chelsea have a free kick in a good position on the stroke of half-time. And it looks like they're going to go for goal with this one, and Sears has to tip it over the bar. After having such an electric start with Yukonin scoring early on in the game, I just don't know what went wrong. I really don't. Chelsea just were really clinical in front of goal, and we did get a bit unlucky with 2 chances that should have been defended better. There we go, Jordan Obita inside. And again, we can play this. And it's here to Villalba. Can he get his 4th goal in 3 games? I don't think so. And it's going to be here to Aaron Platt going for a long shot. And it's a brilliant effort. And Begovic just about saves it. It will be played out wide to Will Davis. But look how many players we've got to beat if we want to try and get inside. It's just ridiculous. But it's a City now. And the game's not over just yet because Adam Armstrong is through. And he's still got the ball. And he's going to go for a shot again, and that would have been some goal had he have scored it, but it's not on target. So there we have it. We do end up losing this game 2-1 to Chelsea, which is very disappointing. We started off the game very well with Conan scoring, but then literally 10 minutes later, we ended up conceding 2 goals, and they were really, really stupid goals that could have been easily prevented. And after that game, the board have decided that they're going to give us 4.7 million in additional funds, which will help us in our quest to sign Messi. Hopefully we do get some news back from Messi very, very soon. And again, a contract offer has been declined. He doesn't want to leave. I offered him 500,000. I'm now going to offer him 600,000, and hopefully he does accept this one. We do have a transfer offer accepted though for Ravel Morrison, which is quite interesting. I wouldn't be against bringing him into the club because I believe he would be a very good replacement for Maddison. And he's also an ex-West Ham boy as well, although he wasn't very good in real life and he was a bit of a troublemaker. He does look very good in this career mode save. I will go ahead and offer him this contract and hopefully he does accept it. And it looks like Matty Grimes will be leaving the club for £3.2 million, and that is good business in my opinion. Although it is sad to see him go, I think it is the right decision to let him go because we've got a lot of players in his position. And although it does seem like we're selling a lot of players at this moment in time, we just don't need these players that we've got at the club currently. Lionel Messi once again has declined his contract, so once again I'm going to up his wages. I did offer 600,000. I'm going to up it once again to 700,000. We do have a contract offer accepted though for Ravel Morrison. I'm not going to be signing him just yet though because I want to see if we can get the Messi deal through first of all. We can only hope and pray at this point that Lionel Messi eventually accepts a contract because again, he has declined 700,000 a week, so we go up to 800,000 now. Please Messi, please accept the contracts. It's getting really difficult now. I mean, I'm losing the will to live. This is really, really getting annoying. We're going to go ahead and offer 800,000 this time round. And crucial first team player, 1-year deal, everything that you want, plus loads more. Just please accept it. My God, this is getting expensive. Crucial first team player, 900,000, 1-year deal. Please accept it, please. What am I going to offer that's just irresistible for him? Maybe $1 million a week? Is that going to be enough, or will I have to offer more? I really don't know at this point. I'm just going to offer him that, and let's hope that he accepts it, because it's certainly getting expensive right now. Oh, this is just so difficult. This really is. I want to get to deadline day. I want to see if we can actually sign Lionel Messi, and I believe we can. It's been a long, drawn-out process, and I do realise that. But I feel like we can go ahead and sign him. I still do believe. We just got to offer him the right money. And eventually, I'm sure he will accept it. Meanwhile, though, we will have a game against Manchester United. And they're currently sitting in 3rd after 3 games. I still realise it is still early days in the league table. But Sunderland look like they're going to go on a good run of form. So we need to make sure we pick up the right result in this game. I'm not liking the look of this Manchester United team. Because I've just noticed they've signed James Rodriguez. And at this stage of career mode, that is bad news because he is about 90 rated, maybe even higher. It will be Draxler on the ball now, going for a shot as well, and a great save there by, I think that's Romero in goal. And we have a free kick in an interesting position now. We could test the keeper with this one. We just go full power with this, and hopefully it's on target, and it is. And it's a great save again by Romero. And we'll play this one inside here to a City. And again, it's a great ball here to Draxler, who makes it 1-0 in this game. And that's just really poor defending by Manchester United. They gave Draxler all the time and space in the world, and the build-up to it was just really poor defending. You just see them standing there staring at the ball. And really not going in for a challenge, which they should have done. But Draxler makes no mistake in scoring the first goal of the game, and that's his 3rd goal in the Premier League already this season as well. And he'll try and cross this one over, and it's a really good shot there by Memphis Depay, and what a goal that is to make it 1-1 in this game. And just like in the Chelsea game, we really haven't held on to our lead for very long. It seems like we have a few defensive leaks that we may need to plug in this transfer window by getting a new centre-back, because that's just really poor defending. Or maybe that's just a spectacular goal. I think that's just what it is, because that's a really good goal, hitting it first time on the volley. It's going to be Will Davis having a shot from distance, and it's a great save there by Romero again. It will be out here to Solanke, who's going to play the ball forward again. Here to Maitland-Niles, and again, another crazy save there by Romero. If De Gea is still in the Manchester United team, you can see why he's not playing, because Romero's just had an amazing game so far. And we've hit the bar. Wow. It's now here to Fellaini. Out wide for Memphis again with another long shot. You've got to be kidding me. How has that gone in? That's two amazing long shots, and all he's done is pick up the ball and just shoot it first time. And again, he scored another crazy goal. Fuck's sake though, again, it's the same bullshit from the Chelsea game. How have we conceded 2 goals like that? It's just ridiculous. Maitland-Niles has done so well here to keep hold of the ball, and how has Romero saved that? He was literally 3 yards out from goal and he still couldn't score. Romero is just playing like flipping Neuer right now, but we're going to get this one to the edge of the area. Maybe we can score from a long shot and... oh, wow, really? We've hit the post. Come on. I mean, fair play to Memphis Depay. The 2 goals that he has scored have been some of the most ridiculous I've ever conceded on FIFA. Ever. Ever. Never mind just this FIFA. Just ever. It's been ridiculous. Those long shots, how they went in, I still don't know. To be honest, it wouldn't surprise me to see him get his hat-trick from scoring a goal from the halfway line Beckham style. Because that's the sort of game it's been so far. It's just been that sort of bullshit. I swear, if that would have gone in, I would have literally just quit. I just would have quit the game, abandoned the match, because I just can't take this bullshit. Look at where he's shooting from. And he almost managed to score. I'm beyond angry right now. Like, I'm at the point where I just don't understand what it's going to take for me to win a game. I won 4-0 on the opening day against Crystal Palace, and all of a sudden we just completely crumbled in these last 2 games. And it really is just typical, isn't it? You know, I have 17 shots, 10 on target, score 1 goal. Romero has the game of his life. Manchester United, 2 shots on target, 2 goals. Just so typical. And I thought we'd get some good news after that one, but we don't. And we also have a player injured, and Yannick Vestergaard's only out for 7 days, so that's not too bad actually. But I'm going to leave you guys on a cliffhanger. I'm going to be ending this episode off here just before deadline day. Hopefully you have enjoyed this episode, and if you have, make sure you leave a like on the video and subscribe if you haven't already. We're still in negotiations to potentially sign Messi, but if that deal doesn't go through, let me know in the comments down below if you think we should go ahead and sign Ravel Morrison. It's looking increasingly unlikely that we're going to be able to sign Messi, unfortunately, which is pretty gutting, I'm not going to lie. I've offered him up to £1.3 million per week, but he's still declining contracts. Let me know in the comments down below though if you've ever signed Messi and what team you've signed him for. But apart from that guys, I'm going to have to leave it there. And I'll see you next time for another video. Thanks for watching.